door is sealed. About to lock his gaze.
Which line? There. Floor. More sigils. Perhaps they correspond to the one.
Statues or sigils. Any ideas, Bloodbender?
Ah, the damn thing won't come to life. How else are we supposed to get it to strike
when the
those
door
sigils?
resealed itself?
Wake up, damn you! Wake up!
Unsealed. It's just... Never mind. We managed to capture one of the Draugr again. Come, quickly.
Where is Tuwaka's gaze? Where is your leader?
Kiana Toonskull took your magic lantern with him. Farther into the cave. You'll never catch him right now.
Leader and Tuwaka's gaze are ahead. Monster if you wish to make it work. idea such grand ruins stood in the heart of this place.
Yokudim, yes?
Rip them to shreds! Tomorrow they all rest the story.
Let these troublemakers reach this center.
Intruders! Very Alexios!
Dare disturb me. Join me in death. No more hiding, spirit. Come on, play. Let the madness in.
Guys, I've never done this dungeon before, so I don't know the mechanics at all.
Looks like we're gonna have to grapple over to the sides when it does what it's doing.
Like, get off this island altogether?
Yeah, and then go off to the sides.
Spirits, come out.
Yeah, because the sides right now are all toxic, and we can't go on the sides.
I gotcha. So when's he gonna do this thing?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Have it? Start talking. Let's kill this guy.
Oh.
Damn it.
Yep.
He was like, I didn't see no.
I was trying to get that mender in here. Man.
No, I'm not dying. How'd you? One second. Just kill this guy. Oh, don't hit him when he's like that. That's the idea. Okay. Right on. Alright. That's the idea there. Kill them guys. Then hit them. Alright. I think I got it. I got it now. I got it.
And those little flames they put on you for trying to fuck with those guys, man.
Okay.
Oh.
This guy's got some mad skills.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah. So 2 are out. Oh no, 1. Okay. Yeah, he's out.
Okay, oh wow, this is a tough dungeon. Imagine this one on hard. I was just thinking about doing another dungeon. I just started playing this game a week and a half ago. Started doing dungeons here yesterday.
Oh wow. Yeah, dungeons are a good way to level up, especially dailies.
Yeah, well, that's what I started doing. I said, and there was like extra, and I was like, I don't know about that. I don't even have gear yet. I got 5 pieces of prior. I really got. And it's like half 30 and 40 levels. I was trying to get gear. I don't. Oh man. So how do we kill this fuck guy?
When the explosion happens, just hide behind a pillar. Hide behind a pillar. Not the same pillar as someone else, though.
Okay, and what about hitting the guy when he's...
Oh, come on, get out
Normally, you gotta get rid of the mender on the outside to make the boss go from, you know, immune to invulnerable, but he takes a little bit of damage, so you can kill him in this phase. But it's easier to just kill the menders. Yeah, I'll start getting rid of them, and then I'll do a res while one of them's dying.
You got some
just can't.
skills, eh?
You get feared, and you can't be behind the same pole either.
Okay. You gotta get a different pole. Use this one stuff. Mechanics done it.
Yeah, I died trying to resurrect one of us.
Always the way.
Jeez.
This guy's fighting like mad here.
One more.
I don't know if I'm the best option.
That other mender's almost dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
Alright, so now we know a little bit more. Stay behind the poles, so are we. Alright, let's get this on.
Friend, the old alone. Some bread.
Seems like we're fine up until the point that he starts doing this poison thing. Yep. Damn it.
We're like...
Try to get away.
I didn't see the fucking... I didn't see it starting. Wow. This guy's stats. He did pretty good the first time. We almost had him dead there. Hide behind a one pole. Spend the time fucking reviving people instead of killing them. Revive me last. You didn't think you'd have to solo this boss today, did you?
Right?
Jeez. Quite get me. Now we bug or what?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Seemed like he brought us back, but it didn't.
When somebody does not take the resurrection, it does not allow that player who resurrected to resurrect anyone else. Someone was sitting on my resurrect and made it where I could not resurrect anybody else.
Okay.
I'm good, man. Mine says waiting for the battle to end.
Yeah, same here.
Sorry we're putting you through this, buddy. There we go. Set. Alright, you can have a fucking pole for a minute. Alright, can I come out from behind the pole now?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's like I got resurrected and just died.
Yeah, I think he just did his blast. I got you. I'm behind the pole here. So. Rough.
Jeez. Double out.
Sorry, I had a little emergency, but I'm back now.
Grapple out? Crap, I thought we said hide behind the pole.
No. God dang it, I actually grappled back in. God damn it.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, this guy's a pain.
Alright, now I got my headset on. I should be able to assist you better.
Yeah, it's giving me a little cue on when to get the fudge out of there.
Yeah, I got the freaking headset and the PS5 controller, but you hear like everything that's going on, so it's fucking annoying.
So you'll hear me mashing buttons.
Well, me, yes. I keep trying to mute it, but then I can't unmute it while I'm trying to not die.
Try not to hit somebody. I'm trying to learn.
So, you just killed a little ghost on the outside that allows you to go back to the inside. I'll try to pull up the res.
Alright, I'm on. Try to get this guy resurrected while you're fighting.
Yeah. Okay, that's right, she's back.
That? Alright, I'll try it out. I got her.
Yeah, I'm back.
I'm gonna hide behind a pole.
Now, we don't necessarily have to actually go into the next phase, because you can just kill him right now.
Okay, let's do it.
There we go.
Jesus, thank you.
It's fun on bit. I've done this dungeon like 15 times in the last 24 hours.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to get this Aegis Caller axe for this build that I made up. That I only got half of the thing down, and it's just so amazing as it is. It uses Azura Blight and Aegis Caller, and I'm hoping.
So, are you a stamina wizard? What are you?
Stamina Templar.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
I know it's weird. I don't jab that much because I have such a giant fucking rotation that you only really get like the rotation before you have to start it over. But normally, if you want to do a lot of damage, you would have a really small rotation and use all these fighting guild abilities to boost your damage.
I have a question about this guy here. Is it better for me to be using two-handed in dungeons or dual wield?
Well, currently I'm using dual wield, and I've used the two-handed as well. I would say they're both just as good as each other, but there's one thing that two-handed does have that the dual wield doesn't have, and that's this shield when you cleave enemies.
That's what's been helping me stay alive.
Yeah,
I started with dual wield, but I've been in a bunch of dungeons and a bunch
you
of guys
could still kind of survive, because I'm not a tank, I'm just a DPS, but I know how to pretend tank where they don't kill me and I have a taunt. But I don't have any resistances or resistance gear. I'm actually using Deadly right now mixed with Azure Blight, and then this really large rotation with one of the moves taken out for the taunt. And it just works because you kind of like know what it is that kills you. Usually it's associated with any heavy attack. If I don't block or dodge a heavy attack, sometimes I have to dodge it, I'm dead no matter what. When you're not an actual tank. If you are an actual tank, you'll just never die in a place like this ever.
So for starting out, I see all the builds are like Hunting's Rage. I got this Briarheart, 5 pieces of Briarheart.
Yeah, that's very good at the moment.
Agility jewelry, it says.
Well, agility did get a nice little buff last year. So it's actually pretty good for a 3 set, and there are a couple of reasons why you would want to use that 3 set rather than 2 5 sets, but that's not what I do. What I do is I run the monster set, and then I run 2 5 sets. I don't actually use 3 sets, but there are ways to take advantage of 3 sets.
I think I'm gonna get a master set. Am I? Isn't that like a trial set?
No. I think at that point you would be CP champion point 160 to get the highest level gear. So trying to get that gear before CP 160 probably. I mean, it works because you can transmute create now, and they added that to the game. So you learn it and transmute create it later. But you don't really have to worry about that. The gear that can be crafted for you works very, very well at low level in comparison to the end game gear. And you'll feel unbelievably strong because of the bonuses you get for not being max level.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of where I was doing the next couple of days, was just going to get CP 160, because I realized all the gear that's for sale, everything like that, like, you're not going to get anything.
So that's probably priority 1 in my opinion in this game. Is get CP 160 on a character, and then you can really effectively make some attacks and everything. Other people would tell you don't even do that, just keep getting that CP up there on one character for a long time, and that's not a bad idea. Damn it, I gotta ring again. Shit. That's not a bad idea. I like to play one character because I kind of feel like you never really stop getting better at it.
Exactly, I did that with Diablo. Like, bounce all over the place, just play one guy until you can bust a 150.
Yeah, I usually play one character for 6 months to a year straight without switching. Now I have several characters that I could switch to. I got 2
So I shouldn't probably even try a veteran dungeon until I'm 160 anyway, so if you get a helmet, it wouldn't be, you want it 160 anyway, wouldn't you?
No, but you'd be able to bind it to you by deconstructing, selling, or binding it, and then you can recreate it later with trans stones. If you know the trait that you want to make, you can recreate the item. Knowing the trait is as simple as just putting up research for that trait, for that spot.
So I looked into that, so I went and I've been doing my research of my gear and stuff, and I made sure I have divines and everything, and I have impen and robust.
See, I wouldn't do that right now at 91 CP. What I would do is I would find someone.
No, I mean for my when I'm deconstructing or researching stuff.
Oh, of course, absolutely, right. Put up the divines first.
I did the divines first.
Do you have like a guild that helps beginners, like people new at the game?
Yeah, I got my laptop in front of me, buddy. Every time I think of something, I pop it on there. And
no. Do you have a guild?
Played a lot of these games before.
An in-game guild?
No, I haven't got any guild or anything.
I run a guild called Worst Nightmare, but it's more like Best Daydream, and it's a free everything guild. And,
I gotta go to work in 2 weeks, so I didn't want to get involved with all of it like that yet until I figure out what I'm doing, because I don't want to go and join a bunch of stuff and then end up taking off, right?
Sure. So some guilds wouldn't want you to join knowing that, but that's not the way my guild is. It's just a place for people that want to play the game without stress, and the only rule in the guild is no one's allowed to be mean to anybody. You get free gear. It doesn't matter if you're playing this month and you're getting shipped off next month somewhere and you can't be here. I treat you as if you're here and not as if you're leaving. There isn't, at your level, my guild is very beneficial to you, because there's just so many questions that you're going to have, and you'll be given gear that's kind of like knowing somebody that's rich. You're just going to get given this unbelievable, like for example, I could just go right now and make you 2 5 sets and a 2 set for your character, and you're going to feel monstrously powerful compared to you feel right now. You know what I mean? Let me invite you. If you like the people there and you want to stay, feel free to stay. I don't kick for inactivity. There's no need to donate anything. It's really just all about helping
Is it
people.
all PvE? Because I don't plan on PvPing.
It is mostly PvE. Although PvP exists, there's no events put together for it, nothing like that. But we are kind of an AD guild. If you do PvP, my characters are all Altmere Dominion.
Fuck, I don't even know what I am. What am I? How do you tell what you are?
Press the options button, and then click on character. And it should tell you somewhere in there, I think. There it is. In description, on the top right.
Top right?
Yeah, Alliance.
Oh, that's why I got it on fucking description. There we go. Ebonheart pack.
Yeah, that's fine though. You could still do battlegrounds and duel people, but we're not really big into PvP. The people in the guild kind of hate PvP, to be honest, because there's so much aggravation in it. But it doesn't mean that it can't be fun. You just have to go in knowing, and backup is important. You can't just go PvP by yourself. If you're not that kind of person that enjoys that, it won't be fun. You got to go with other people. Yeah, and even if you go with other people and you all die together, you still had fun. But if you go with people and they leave you, and you just die and you're always trying to catch up for them, that's not fucking fun. So depending on who you play with, that's how much fun you can have in this game with PvP and everything else too. I have to hop on 2 different characters to make you your gear. I want to invite you to the actual guild chat. Did you end up joining?
Yeah, me as well.
Let me welcome you. It didn't tell me for some reason.
Give me a little guidance.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like this guild. There's a lot of girls here too. I'm gonna invite you to this chat so we can still talk while I'm switching characters. This chat we don't use only for people to hop in and out of the voice chat. This way people don't get too many spammed messages and end up like leaving the chat. You know what I mean? Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna join it and then I'm gonna add you. But I should probably add you first to a friends list so I can find you. Although your name is kind of easy to type in. Rest-Acid. Okay. I'm gonna go in the chat and invite you right now. My mom and my dad both play the game, and both their names is Worst Nightmares Mom and Worst Nightmares Dad. Well, they don't play this; they play Red Dead Online. But sometimes I'm in there with them, and people are like, "Are that his real parents?" Worst Nightmare, WORSNYTMAIR. All right, invite incoming very soon. Welcome. So, what... Yeah, remember, no text. Otherwise, all those people will start fucking leaving, and then we'll have to make a new one. What... no text in the PSN chat. In the in-game guild chat, talk as much as you want. But this particular voice chat that we're in, we never use it to communicate, textually or pictures. If you'll look at the history of it, if somebody does say something, 5 people will be 5 people will be like, no text here, no text here. It's only because it sends too many notifications to people, but they want to know when the first person gets in there. And so you'll always get a notification when the first person enters the chat, but never the second, third, fourth, or anything like that. So you never get spammed from that chat channel like you can. Alright, what weapons do you like using, and what role do you eventually want to end up playing? And what weapons do you like? Well, first, you want to be magic or stamina, not both. So, stamina, okay. Now, stamina has two-handed weapon and bow as an option, dual-wielding bow as an option, highly recommended bow on back. Although, some... You do? Okay. You want your front bar to be a... Which one do you like better? Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Yes. Yes. Sort of. However, when you're on your bow bar and you dodge roll, you'll get like a speed boost if you have all the points. And so that's going to make up for any increases you're getting from the dual wield thing. You won't really have to worry about that. Yeah. Yes, it does. It never used to. For like 4 years in this game's life, it was only one piece of a set. And then they changed it and they made it where it's both. It's 2. It is. Absolutely. Everything that takes up both main and offhand counts as 2 items. So it always gives you from 3 sets to 5 out of 5. Always does that for you. I'm glad they did that. That was actually a smart move. Hello.
Hello.
This is Rest. He's new to the guild. He just joined. New to the game too.
Welcome, Rest.
Rest, this is Aloe. One of our extremely helpful and active members. She kicks ass.
Unhallowed Grave is one of the dailies today.
Yeah! I already ran it and I didn't get that. That's how I met him. I was running a Hollow Grave.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm gonna make you hit so fucking hard, it's not even funny. I'm just trying to think. Because Night Mode is really good when you're by yourself. Yeah, I'll go with that. Sure, but that's because it gives you 8% increased damage all the time when there isn't another player giving it to you. Because some healers will give you that buff by combat praying you when they heal you. And it gives you that buff, and then you don't want to run it when someone's giving you the buff. But when you're by yourself, that 8% is going to be stronger than anything else that you have on. But that's the monster set. I wouldn't worry too much about that until you champion 160. But the gear I'm going to create for you is going to allow you to level up much faster than you've been leveling. Everything but the jewelry is going to have training on it. The jewelry just doesn't have training available. Alright, I'm going to type in this Discord code to somebody.
Sounds like an outcast build.
Well, that's actually what I'm going to be making. Yeah, exactly what it says. Are you a sorcerer? Are you a sorcerer? Okay.
Dots is a very good site for getting a feel for how things work when you're starting out. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Briarheart is awesome.
It's gonna be hard to get gear your level. I'm gonna replace your Briarheart, just so you know. You're not gonna use that Briarheart anymore. I hope you're not attached to it. Yeah, by itself, it's not that powerful of a heal, but the only thing is I'm going to give you current gear, current level, purple enchantments. The jewelry will be green with purple enchantments, but it's gonna, if you use the stuff that I make you together, it'll be very, very powerful. If the Briarheart isn't exactly the same level and quality of everything else, it'll start falling behind on how good it is for you, and I highly doubt me giving you all champion 90 gear right now, your Briarheart's going to be champion 90. It's probably not, right? It's lower level. Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, you're going to feel way stronger with this. What is that, Aloe? Go ahead, sorry.
Don't feel at all like you wasted your time farming that Briarheart, though, because the fact that you have it will allow you to recreate it later, and I'm using it on a 160 character.
Such an excellent point. Yes. That's new.
So
that just came out.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was a good move to farm.
Yeah. Yep, and yeah, Briarheart's pretty badass right now. I don't use it on my stamina tunes, but it is badass. It really is. I'm not 100% sure why I don't. I just like other things, but it's probably mixing that with something like Vicious Ophidian is probably like one of the best solo combos in this game that you can possibly put together by yourself. Yeah, Reliquin, yeah. Well, when I help a target dummy, I use Reliquin and Celine's. Barkskin. I think it is Barkskin. Could it be Barkskin? Oh. New set, huh? Oh, it's Advancing Yokida, right? The Berserking Warrior set. Okay, now yeah. Yeah, they are. It's true. Alright. Let me ask you a question. Do you run out of stamina a lot? Never have that problem. So you'd rather do higher damage and not have to... and you'll get your own shit back. Because I can make you hit really hard, or I can balance it out. Sure. At the end of everything, you probably won't do many heavy attacks unless you're completely bummed out of resource. But right now, they're fucking gonna mix very well. You probably should just do light attack over and over again and get rid of the heavy attack. The heavy attack is only really to generate your resource when you run out, and you shouldn't be running out. But you are really low level, which means you're not getting all that CP bonuses to add to the regen. So for now, just keep doing heavy attack. But I can make it where you're not going to need to do heavy attacks just by simply giving you like 2 recovery instead of all 3 weapon damage on the jewelry. I'll give 2 recovery and 1 weapon damage, and then you could just do the light attack thing and you won't have to worry about running out of your stuff. You want to do that instead? It makes you play faster and more aggressive, and you'll get used to how you'd be playing at the end of the game better. But yes, absolutely. I used to play on hardcore. Well, I'll make sure you don't run out of resource then. That's going to be the best thing I can do for you. Let's see here. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, I know it was on the leaderboards. Oh, damn. You ever try Path of Exile? It's free on PS4. It's very complicated version of Diablo. It's just like Diablo Part 2, but it's very unique. Very complicated if you like straining your brain. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. This one's not really like Diablo though at all. You killed Moloch Ball? How about those damage numbers when you're hitting them at the end and you get turned into like a god? You're fucking beating the shit out of them. And your numbers are really... Did you turn on your damage numbers yet in the game? Oh, cool. Excellent. Yeah. It makes it more fun in my opinion. Nice. I'm sending you jewelry, but it's my recommendation that you don't even check the mail yet. Not until I send you the rest of the stuff. Only because the game likes to hold up the mail, and to prevent that, simply don't look at your mail right now. I'm switching to the other character to make everything else. Yeah, I know, you gotta go to a different zone to fix it, and you can. Yeah, that's smart. Oh, hell yeah.
That's when you go to Alakir Desert and farm the Dolmens.
Yeah. And you might get something you can, well, when you champion 160.
The thing about Alakir Desert is all the Dolmens are close to the way shrines, and a bunch of people do them, and so you join a group, and so you have like 15 people, and you go around and you farm them all together, so you get all of the experience of everyone in the group. It's a very fast way to level up, especially when you have a scroll. Alakir is really fast because the Dolmens are always up.
Yeah, the faster you destroy Dolmens, the faster the game will respawn them. Too bad it doesn't work like that with Harrow Storms. But Alakir Desert is so popular that the respawn timer on the Dolmens is so incredibly fast compared to other places. Because people are just always there doing that particular farm. Ah, yeah. Pieces of your soul you must get back. Do you have any particular type of two-handed weapon you like best? I recommend the two-handed axe because it has a bleed effect, and that yeah, the axe is the best in this current chapter. That might change come to June, though, but that's a long way away. But the axe will cause the bleed, and that additional damage ends up being better. But in solo play, you might appreciate the sword, the great sword, and the reason being is because it just makes you do more damage, and those enemies don't really have a lot of health. So what's the point of putting a bleed on it if it dies in 2 hits? Why not make it die in 1 hit? See what I'm saying? So I do recommend the sword at lower level and the axe at max level. What do you think? Sword? Yeah, and you'll still do just fine, like, without it. It's not like the bleed is neither, like, it makes or breaks you. Alright, I'm gonna try and make you a really cool looking fucking sword. We got a lot of styles here. Yes.
Geode.
Well, it goes into your character, not in your... Like, if you use the geode, the stuff comes out of the geode and goes on a currency tab of the character that takes up no space in the inventory. So if they're taking up space, you can open them up, yeah. No. No, you still have the actual pieces of Transshard. To see them, you just press Options, go to Inventory, and then at the very top is Currencies. And then somewhere on the right, you'll say Transmutation Shards or something like that. Yes, right. When you open the geode, you get the crystals. Some geodes give you more than others. Nice. That's from the Daily Random, I believe. Daily Random Dungeons. There's a lot of dungeons in this game, too. If you're a new player, holy shit. I mean, there's a lot. What is it, like 48 now? Dungeons? Aloe? 48 dungeons?
I don't know.
It's a lot.
Although I can find out in a hurry.
Yes. Don't use them yet. Wait till Champion 160. Yes. And you're only going to use them when you're looking for something specifically at that time. Never try to get things in advance, because it's a luck thing. Oh, yeah, get the helmet first. Yeah.
60 dungeons.
What? It's up to 60 now?
60, yes.
Fuck. That's got to be including the trials and the solo arenas, right? That's probably, yes. It wasn't including those. Wow, 60 fucking dungeons? This game is like bigger than World of Warcraft. Fucking ridiculous how big this game is. The funnest PvP in this fucking game, I'll tell you that right now. It's PvP with no champion points. Your gear is everything. So what I'm making you right now, if you bring it in there, holy shit, are you going to feel strong. Yeah, well, not even necessarily, because it just, at lower than 50, there's so many newer people there. You're going to really kick ass in there, and then when you reach like Champion 160 and you do it, you're going to kind of... Actually, you know what? You hit the threshold, so you're still going to feel strong because you get these huge bonuses until you're Champion 160. And this gear should bolster that. Fuck, I can't find the thing.
Alikir. A-L-I-K apostrophe R. It's in the upper left corner of the map. Yes.
It's not a bad idea to do that. And then when you have your crafter refine stuff, make sure that crafter has your 3 out of 3 to increase the chance of refining good shit. You want that maximum before you ever start any refining. Keep that in mind. Otherwise, you're wasting the chances of getting legendary materials from refinement. Legendary upgrade materials.
Except it takes a while. I mean, you have to be a high level on that thing in order to...
Yeah.
To get those refining points. And so I just decon the stuff anyway.
Yes.
In order to get up that high.
Deconstruct
And
everything.
otherwise, you're going to run out of room.
Oh, cool. Oh. Oh, you've been doing it. That's good. See, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. It's really a good idea. He's been doing traits by himself, too. And been doing Divine's traits whenever he comes across them. He's a smart player. You're going to do really good. I have people in the guild that are new. Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Who made the guide?
the crafting things, you want to level up your extractions.
Not just extraction, you want the thing that requires, by the time you reach champion 160, you want this. The one that requires less materials, too, for upgrading.
Yes.
That's super important later in the game. It's the difference between upgrading jewelry to gold and it costing 10 million or costing 1 million. Yeah, I know. Who the fuck can afford 1 million? Sure. Nope, right now you don't gotta worry about it at all. That's right. Right now, it's time to save. Gather and save and save and save. Get everything, save everything. Don't give stuff away. In this guild, if you need stuff, we'll give you stuff. So don't volunteer to give anything away. Now, I'm going to give you 1 heavy, 1 light, and 5 medium. There's a reason why I'm doing that. Even though it's recommended for you to use 7 medium at the end of the game, there are benefits to using 1 of each type of armor. You always want 5 medium because you're a stamina character, and you need that special stuff that comes from having 5 medium, and no less. But you can have 1 light and 1 heavy and 5 medium, still meet that requirement, and when your Undaunted reaches rank 9, you get this thing in Undaunted Metal that increases your attributes, health, stamina, and magic by 6% if you have all 3 different types of armor, rather than only 2%. And at the end of the game, or even for you coming up, that might actually be better for survivability, better for resource management, and all around better for your character to just have higher in those 3 stats all the time, rather than just a little bit more crit chance you would get from having the medium, you know what I mean? Yeah. Alright, excellent. I just don't want you to get it and be like, hey, he gave me light armor on accident. I don't want you to think that, you know what I mean? You would get led there eventually, but one of us could just go there and you could just travel to us. I'll do that for you after this if it's not done yet. No problem at all. Skill points?
Yes.
Yeah, the ones that look like bigger shields with the black and the white. Those all end up giving you skill points. That's another new thing, thank God, they came out with, where you can actually purposely go and do only the quests that give you skill points if you so choose. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got to admit, when you get a good burst of quests handed in with a scroll, there's nothing like that boost in experience. It's fucking unbelievable. Yeah.
I'm going to head over to Alec here so he can travel to me. Armor set.
Wait. Oh, to go to the Alikir Desert? Yeah, I'm not there at the moment. I'm still finishing the gear.
I'm on my way.
Oh, she's gone.
Do you see the guild chat on your screen?
I don't think you could travel to player through the guild chat though. Like if you press guild chat and like on an X, it doesn't give you the travel to player option. It does through the guild list, like the guild actual roster.
Yeah.
Social.
My name is Aloe or Lockthon.
Yes.
It should be near the top.
Start from the bottom, now we're here. Alright.
Yeah. Yes. And once you're here, in zone chat, you want to say, what is it? Looking for Dolmen Group, LFG, and then someone will invite you to join their group, and then just follow them. Yes. Well, just to learn the process, and then you can do it on your own after that.
They'll also probably show you where the dolmens are, because they're probably not lit up on the map. So if you hang out with them for a little bit, you'll get the dolmens and the way shrines going, and then you can just do it on your own after that. You know.
The first dolmen is over here. It's not active at the moment, but so you can either wait here, or I can take you to the other three and open up those way shrines for you as well. What would you like to do? Alright.
Yes. Did you get that app? Yes. Do you have the ESO app? The ESO app? It actually works really good as opposed to like Google for that type of thing. Yeah, it's if you have an Android phone, it's just called ESO App Lite, Lite, and you can choose the ESO App Lite, and you can just choose. It says free on it too, the ESO App Free Lite, Lite. And you could be like, okay, I just want to see the dolmens, and only the dolmens will be there. Or you could say, I want to see everything, and then you can have everything on the map. And so yeah, it's very useful. Very, very useful. I mean, we're talking lore books, everything. It's crazy. But, yes.
Rest travel to me again?
On a magic character only. Or a tank. Or a healer. You're gonna want Fighter's Guild though. If you haven't started that, it won't. You do excellent, good, because that one doesn't retroactivate. Undaunted does though. Yeah, that retroactivates. That one's nice. So does the Mage's Guild. If you find the lore books, it will catch you up later and give you everything you did. It's called the ESO App Free, is what it says here. Let me go to the store. App details in store. The UESO App Lite is the name of it. The UESO App Lite. It's from Nexu Industries in Australia. It's got a 4.0 rating. Oh, the app is pretty damaged. Yeah, okay, there's a little things that maybe this will get you in the right place, but you may have to further investigate with like a Google search, but most of the time you won't have to do that. So that's what some of the complaints on the app are. It hasn't been like seriously updated and stuff like that. I mean, who wants to keep doing that? Stuff. I like it. Alright.
So,
Your gear is made
Dolmen
of something check.
across the lake over there. Do you see it? Rest, do you see the dolmen across the lake? Okay, then I'm going to go on to the next one. To open that way shrine for you. This next one is the hardest to find.
Rakura, Okori, Rekuta. Rakura, Huoko, Rekuta.
Alright, I'm slapping the enchantments on the gear now, and then I'm going to mail it to you, and then you can check the mail. Make sure you put... Yeah, Grandmaster. They have several uses. Make sure you use them on your actual crafter, that's one. Two, when you want to make an outfit, everything you learn in your crafter, or any character for that matter, will actually show up in the list at the outfit station for you to make your own special look piece by piece. In this game, there's some nice costumes, but in my opinion, by far, that outfit station and what you can do with it definitely outdoes the costumes in almost all scenarios. You could create that style of that particular thing. So if it's like, I don't know, Frost, like if it's like, shit, no, I can't think of one. If it says it's for legs, if it says it's for like legs, you'll be able to make heavy, medium, and light. If it says it's swords, you can make a one-handed sword and a great sword. But if it says axes, you can't make swords. You'll only be able to make the axes in that style, or change your style to axes, because you didn't learn the swords yet. And I think there's like 14 different purple motifs for each style that cover all the 14 different things in the game. Something like that.
One thing to make clear though, motifs are only, they don't affect the usage of the item at all. A great sword is a great sword is a great sword.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you can make a great sword look like an axe, and it still is the great sword. It just looks like the axe. They let you do that too.
It's the set. Like if it's Hunding's Rage or if it's Briarheart, that affects how much damage it does and things like that.
Yes.
The motif is just visual. Okay. Yep. I'm ready. And they all
One more
just
piece of
ended
mail.
up here.
Don't go in combat yet, Rest. You're gonna put this gear on, but don't go in the mail just yet. Almost ready. All right, you'll be ready to go in the mail in 3, 2. Okay, you'll be ready when you get done traveling. All right, so here's what I want you to do. You gotta go in there, click X, then delete it, square X, X, delete it, square X. You're gonna have 3 things in there. Okay. They all together it's covering everything on your character. I would just start at the top and just put on the main hand, then put on the main hand back up, and then just do head, chest, shoulder, one by one down. Every single thing on your character is getting replaced right now by 3 different sets. I already did. I made everything. It's all purple, except for the jewelry is green, but all your enchantments are purple. Jewelry is just too expensive to upgrade, so I can't make jewelry the same quality as everything else. It's like 100 times more expensive. So you're just going to put everything on, and it should tell you that you're using 2 5 sets, Honey Rage, Night Mother, and it should tell you using a 2 out of 5, which is going to say New Moon Acolyte. I did that head and shoulder New Moon Acolyte just to give you a little bit of extra crit chance. Yeah, so when you're out of combat, put all that stuff on. Try to lock everything too, if you don't mind. This way you don't accidentally deconstruct it, or if you accidentally take it off. Press the triangle on it, and then yeah. But all right, now the next time you need gear, I'll make it for you. Yes, exactly, the reason why we do that. So from now on, everything you pick up, you can just deconstruct it for experience. You won't need to replace anything I give you. When you're ready for that to be replaced, I'll just make all new gear again for you. No problem at all. No, we're good. I have, like, infinite materials. No, hold on to all of that. You're gonna need it, and when you're sitting pretty in the future, and you're sitting on like a throne, and you want to be generous to us because we were to you for a while, you can do that. But for now, we have so much in this guild, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't want you to think that we need anything. Just want you to have fun, and you know what I mean. It's that simple. If I run out of something, all I have to do is just put in the message of the day that I need this, and within like 24 hours, 1,000 of that shit will just show up in my fucking mail. So. Yes, but you're so new. I don't want you to think that I invited you to guild so I can add. Yeah, you're too low level. We can also give you free food. That's another thing we could do too. Yes, that's good food. The one called Orziger's Triple Trifling Pocket, aka Hot Pockets. Alright, yeah, okay. The guy who made my Hot Pockets, his name is I. Beavis. Like Beavis and Butthead. That's fucking awesome. Oh, nice. I love the way you can see who made the food. That's so fucking awesome. I thought they only did that with gear, but you can actually see who made food. That's great. What about potions? Does it work like that for potions too? It does! Oh my god! Did you know you could see who made you potions? I can't believe that shit. I don't remember that. See, you learn something new every day. Yep, open. There might be a couple of people here that do that. Sorry, that was supposed to be like a wink in a cartoon. I guess that's how it's. I don't know. Sounds like somebody pulling on a string on a violin. That could be somebody plucking their eyebrows, though. You know. I don't know why I'm picturing Tom from Tom and Jerry doing it, but maybe because of those noises. Man, I can't wait to get this axe. I just want to know what it's like. Okay, still got time to run another one. Right, thank you for helping, Mello. Oh, right. Aloe, you need to do dailies, don't you? Always.
I'm in Cyrodiil now.
Oh, okay.
Dolmens are a great way to farm gold as well. That's good.
Good. Don't spend it. If you need anything, just let us know. And if it's something that we give here for free, take advantage. Don't spend your money. Mm-hmm. He gave you wonderful advice for not relying on anybody else. Really. Because a lot of people don't really know what to do. So all that stuff is really important. When I used to go to those places, people used to bother me to make them gear all the time. But because because I make so much gear, especially back then I used to make more than now, I would never be able to do it, so they would always I would not say anything, and they would eventually fucking call me names because I didn't respond to them while I was making gear. And every now and again I'd be like, hey, listen, I have too many people to make gear for, you know what I'm saying? And then they would be like, oh, okay, well then sorry about that. And I'd be like, fine, I'll make you the fucking gear. I'll make them gear real quick before I leave. But it's easy to make gear. Yeah, it's whenever they're like nice when you tell them that you can't do it, and then they respond nice to me. I don't want to like leave him hanging if he has that kind of manners. Yes, there is, but here's how it works. One more is the best. 2 people together, that's the highest experience bonus in the game. 3 is slightly less, but still more than 1. 4 is less than that, but still more than by yourself. 5 is equal to being by yourself. And I believe 6 and up would be slightly less than by yourself. But it doesn't mean you won't get more experience, because all the enemies are dying even faster, because everybody's just running over everything. So, in a way, it definitely makes up for that, for sure. Yeah, and there's better places to farm than the Dolmens themselves, just so you know. There's actually a place in that same desert where there's platforms with zombies on them, and you actually run around and poke the zombies in a circle, each group, and then like 25 zombies come running in, and you just kill them all at the same time, and then you just run over to the next platform, poke all the zombies, they all come in, you kill them all at the same time. Does anybody know what George is Xing for?
I do not.
George, are you in the chat? Is he in the chat?
I think so.
Maybe it's for someone else. I don't want to...
It depends upon who you're with.
It'll be okay to get it, but you're not really going to use it at the moment, because you're not going to want to open any of those things with keys under 160, theoretically. I mean, some people might, but watch what happens when you're using this gear I gave you. You're going to level really fast. Everything has training on it. So you're going to get to 160 faster than you think. Do you feel stronger now with this gear? You should. Just do your normal thing. You should notice a difference.
You know how I was talking about people going into Blackreach instead of Greyhost? I have found a major flaw in this plan.
No. All you gotta do is either level up or get them quests done for the skill points and dye colors and titles. All that stuff gets unlocked from doing things in the game, so you don't have to skip it. At least on one character, you want to do stuff so you get all the dye colors. They make you look cool. Oh. There is a profession in the game that came out last June that's like archaeology, antiquities, and you gotta pick up the profession, and then you can eventually do the gold ones. But they're called leads that you get, and some of them are like housing furniture items. There's even ones that give you like orange quality mythic items. That one item. They go into a place in your journal, into antiquities. If it's not, no, you have to go scry and then dig it up. Each one you have to go scry and dig up. You got 30 days to do that. There's so much to do in this game for a new player. It's ridiculous. You scry and then dig them up. It's like a little mini game in the game. It's awesome. Alright, in order to get the skill line, you gotta go to the place in the game, Western Skyrim, and in the town of Solitude, there is an Antiquian circle. That's where you initiate it, so you can start doing it, and they'll explain stuff to you. But once you initiate it, then I can give you an idea how to do it. If you don't actually have that skill line, I'm just going to tell you something that you don't have on your screen to push. You know? In Western Skyrim, it's kind of like middle north of the map. And then Solitude, that main town. That probably was your starting zone, considering the expansion. It was just last year. Oh, sorry, say that one time? Oh, you don't have Greymoor yet. I see. Okay. This one's not even a DLC. This one's bigger than a DLC. This one's a chapter. Chapters are once a year, and DLCs come free with ESO Plus. You get them until your ESO Plus runs out. And if you always have ESO Plus, which is good to have anyway, Crafting Dead and all the other bonuses, you'll never have to worry about buying a DLC. However, chapters kind of have to be bought, because once a year they'll come out with an expansion. That's an honest to God expansion.
The stuff that you buy will come free eventually, but like all those things that going to do
Let's go.
No, you won't be able to do it unless you get Greymoor right now. But it's not super important at the moment. It's just another thing in the game. There's just so many things in the game. But it's not a bad idea. If you really like the game, you're going to be getting into it for honest to God for reals. It's not a bad idea to catch yourself up on your DLCs and make sure you get the Elsewhere chapter upgrade, not the upgrade, sorry. Make sure you get the one that says it gives you everything. I believe when you get the upgrade, it actually doesn't give you previous chapters if you didn't already buy them. But if you buy the actual, like, Greymoor, not the upgrade Greymoor, I think it actually tells you in the description that it will give you everything that came before Greymoor. Every single chapter you should get. Except possibly the ability to use the Necro Warden without buying it from the Crown Store, because I think they may have changed that. Put those two in the Crown Store on kind of a permanent basis. Be careful what you spend your money on in the Crown Store. Some things in there, they're trying to charge you for it when the shit is not worth anything in the game and it's easy to get. So just be careful. For a new player, you can get duped into buying something that you can get for 500 gold. You know what I'm saying?
Surely they found enough bones up here to fill those hours they bought.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did that thing. I do, because new characters, and that's one of the things I don't mind buying, because I can't stand it. And so forth.
Do you know that you can visit the master every day and speak of your horses?
Yes, yes.
Door is sealed.
Look, more sigils. Perhaps they correspond.
I am good.
Alright, you got it.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to get this axe from Unhallowed Grave on normal. I come in and I just pretend to be a tank like I did with you. And I ask and maybe I'll get lucky and somebody will be like, without this axe I can't officially make my own build. So this is kind of important to me. Because this is my build. I need to get this from the internet. Not that everything hasn't already been done. It has, but nobody has this as a named build right now. And I'd have to explain how it works and what makes it work so well, because you're actually basing the character's abilities and what you choose to cast off of the gear that you're using, the set gear. And normally you don't really do that. Whatever set gear you're using, it's usually the same rotation. But you can't do that with the Zerblight because you have to get 20 stacks before the enemy explodes, hurting them and everybody around them for a really good amount of damage. And the stacks only come from you doing damage over time. So the trick is to have a large quantity of damage over time and area of effect / damage over time things all the time. And then those explosions come out really, really fast, and it actually makes it so fucking amazing and strong. It's as strong as this, almost as strong as the Celine Bear that comes out, but it hits everything around it. It's like 2k less. Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm actually using that. Yep. 4. Well, you are supposed to use 5 fire health though. Agility?
The door unsealed. It's
Well, things go in and out. Like Briarheart got a buff a little while ago, like the end of last year, and that's what made it so good right now. So it actually wasn't that good for years.
Farther into the cave. You'll never catch him like that.
It's better than Hunting's, yes. Yes, it is, but only if they're the same level and the same quality. Otherwise, it doesn't take a lot of levels for something to outdo something else. If there's a disparage in the levels, it doesn't take a lot. For gear, no gear is higher than 160. All gear is 160. Absolutely. Champion points will go on forever. The top amount of champion points is 3,600. Not right now. You can only put 810. However, come this June, you actually can do all 3,600. Well, let me give you an idea of the time it takes if you don't purposely go out of your way to farm experience, which can be gruelingly boring, okay? By the way, just so you know, to be the best of whatever you want to do in the game, you only need 1,200 champion points when that expansion comes out. You don't need 3600. They're making the game itself easier in general, so they're saying even though they're doing this, things should be able to be done easier with lower than normal level champion points because of the changes that they're making. But, were they doing that? Oh yeah, they used to do that with the champion points, and then they stopped for like 2 years straight, and they left them at 810 for 2 years, never adding to it, and we were all like, when are they gonna add champion points, you know? And then, he got me. One hit. A fucking heavy attack, I'm telling you. That's the way I like the tank, you know, where if you get hit once, you die.
More tombs than I care to recall, and I've never seen a guardian like this.
Enough with your academics, vampire.
Yes, you can do that. It's a pretty good experience. However, going with people, it can be a better experience, like with people that you know, friends, rather than just queuing up by yourself.
I had no idea such grand ruins stood in the heart of this place.
Yeah. I know, and I would have had that boss when he killed me and he had no health, but I didn't realize there was one ghost still alive, and you don't take damage when he freezes you and fears you if the ghost dies before that happens. So I figured I wouldn't take damage, and then he fucking pegged me one hit with it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to reset, and you guys wouldn't even have gotten that second try because it would have died. It was like just a moment away from dying. It was so close. One little mistake and bam. That's the life of a fake tank. I actually made a song about being a fake tank, healer, and DPS, where you do all three. It's called Pedanking. Yeah. Heal, tank, DPS, and Pedanking. Heal, DPS, tank. Yeah, well, yeah. I can, but if I solo it, I don't get anybody else possibly getting the axe, and then that's one roll of the dice on the chest and on the final boss. The only thing that can drop that axe is a chest or final boss. That's the way dungeons work, by the way. The two final bosses will give you jewelry, and the final boss will always give you weapon or jewelry. So if you're in a dungeon looking for an axe, and there's some extra bosses you don't have to kill through the dungeon, there really is no point in killing them because it's impossible for them to give you that axe.
Join and die. No more hiding, spirit. Let the madness in.
Yeah. Smell the roses, man. It's best for you to enjoy the game and not... What kind of a system in TV do you have? Because if you have the Pro and like an OLED HD, this fucking game does look amazing. Oh, I hear that. Well, PS5 is like fucking ridiculously amazing for the price they charge you for it. It's just out of this world. If you get it for the proper price. Yeah. I mean, when you can't really go anywhere and do anything. This is definitely good. I don't think PS5 is even available at the moment. It's still being gouged. I got really lucky with mine. it's my 41st birthday, so my mom actually found me one in Canada, and it was, the guy was selling it for like $800 instead of $400. What, PS5? Oh, damn. You should tell him to give you his PS5. Fuck. Oh, damn. Real life trumps video games anyway. I think video games are good for people that can't do real life. If you're crippled, disabled, then what are you gonna do? Just like hate life forever? You know? Yeah, I got a lot of people in my guild and they, you know, have a bad hand in life, but the game makes them happy. And there's no denying that it does that for some people. I myself have a really, really, really bad back, just from, you know, genetics and stuff. It's called some ankylosing spondylitis, and I'm always in pain and all this stuff, you know. So I don't have a lot that I can do. I can't just go out to a club and go dancing like an old person. I mean, is that even normal? I don't know. Not anymore. It's not. But I don't know, in my family, I don't think the males actually dance, per se. But obviously I'm talking about just like doing kung fu to the music, you know what I mean?
I can sense it crawling up my spine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I knew you were gonna like it. And the funny thing is, that's the one that you read about too. The same setup they gave you. Yeah. Yeah, it's cookie cutter. It's hard to break out of that. There are other options. I can make really cool and fun things happen. Like, I got a set I can get you, and it'll create an exploding chicken. Like, there's a lot of options, but none of them that make you feel this strong. I could actually make you feel even stronger than that, because there's a set called New Moon Acolyte that fucking destroys the shit out of those sets. It makes both those sets look like a joke. But here's the problem, everything you cast costs 5% more. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're leveling and you're new at the game, you cannot afford things to cost 5% more. The only way to counteract that is to have a lot of recovery. So I have to make you a lot of recovery. You can. I mean, the housing in the game and stuff, you know.
Our patron demanded the remains of a
Okay, I'm on the final boss. Here we go. Easy ass. Please. I don't want to do this anymore. I think I'm tired of this place. Yeah, there is. There's definitely a ladder of dungeons to climb. They kind of make you think that everything's even and equal, and just whatever you decide to do first. That's only the solo outer zone part of the game. That everywhere you go is going to be just as difficult as everywhere else, and it levels with you. In the dungeons, some dungeons are just unbelievably fucking hard for others. It's one of the newer ones, so it's a little harder than the others, yeah. It's one of the... It's definitely, I'd have to say top 7, 6 hardest dungeons on that one. And the hard mode is probably top 4, top 5 hardest thing on the vet hard mode.
I understand why you did what you
Never
did.
get the axe.
One day I will make my peace with it. In the meantime, I will put the life you saved to good use.
I trust you will, Shalaria. As for me, I have some investigating to do. Starting with this mysterious patron Kjalnar mentioned.
Whoever they are, I suspect they've already gotten what they wanted. The Draugr smuggled a great many urns out of the grave before you arrived. Walker, help us all.
Yeah, it makes it feel like it's on vet. Yeah, my champion points are actually 1,550. Yeah, you're going pretty quick. Now you're going to go even quicker, man. All that training gear, that's going to boost the shit out of you. Not to mention, I'm only... Yeah. My cousin used to play, and he fucking used to do that all the time. He would come on and just run around a tree. There's things that we can do. You don't have to play by yourself. Let me see what time it is, because I have a routine I got to do, exercise every day, so I don't die of a heart attack and leave the guildies. Oh, that and just to not be fat and die of fucking coronary.
Dragons in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
This one does not know, but he hopes his family is safe in Riverhold.
Oh, I don't go to the doctor. There's nothing they can do. It's not one of those. They don't offer me anything. There's no surgeries. There's nothing. Just gotta. It's just me. No, I can't. I am honestly disabled. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they won't offer that to me because they said that my spine looks like the spine of a 90-year-old man, and there isn't anything that they can do. They're like showing me pictures of my X-ray, and they're like, it looks like when you were born, you did not grow when you were in the womb this part of the spine. And I was like, oh, okay, how come they didn't notice that before? Why am I first hearing about this at 40 years old, you fuckers? Yeah, but he said it's impossible for you to be missing those vertebrae. Like, towards the bottom of the back, I guess it's just one piece of bone instead of several vertebrae. And that's where it all stems from. On a good note, I could lift up a car to save a baby once, and then I'll die of a heart attack. Probably crushing the baby under my fat stomach. Not a good scenario, to be honest. I'll have to make sure as I'm falling, I roll to the side. You gotta pre-plan these things, you know how it is. Yeah, I mean, we avoid people that are mean here in this guild. Sometimes sacrificing progress, because having fun and not getting treated bad is more important than progress in this guild. But we have done some pretty amazing things, especially in the world of 4-man dungeons. We've done some pretty really, really hard end game stuff, just to prove to ourselves that we can do the hard stuff. Right now, the guild is currently working on Veteran Mauve Lorecost 12-man trial once a week on Fridays, but we don't normally do vet trials. It was just something we put together for the people in the guild that have been here working their butts off to get to the point where they can go get that skin. It's like a really nice black skin with blue glowing shit all over you.
Yeah. Blue Dromothra. It's one of the most coveted ones in the game, for sure. Yeah, I have a lot of everything though. Like a lot. I have 39 skins. Yeah. There's only one skin in the game that I don't have that you get from doing something like a trial. And it's from doing Veteran Cloud Rest hard mode, which is +3. You basically have to fight 4 bosses kind of at the same time.
You belong in
Yeah, it's very complex and very difficult, and I'm not even in a progression group to do it right now. But it's not a sexy looking skin. You look like you're made of like purple bark with glowing purple coming through. And it's scary looking, and you know the person that has it did like one of the most difficult things to get it, but it doesn't make you look good. Like, you know what I mean? It's more like scary. My favorite is the silver one. It makes you look all silver. The werewolf? Oh, a player turns into a giant bone monster. Or there's another one where you turn to a giant stage 5 vampire. There's 2 different things that'll transform you into a giant monster. One is on a necromancer, and one any character can have as long as they're a vampire. Yeah. No, not Supergiant. I said Supergiant. No, it's probably the one from Necromancer. Yes. And it almost looks like they're smiling like a pumpkin head. Fucking head on them. Wait, and he's a big monster at the same time? What does his face look like? Does it look like it could be part werewolf? Okay. Oh. What makes you bigger, but not turn into a monster? Maybe it was the vampire one. Because that one you still look like you're wearing some sort of armor. Yeah, one of them's a bone monster, and one of them's like a lord vampire looking thing. They're both really cool, I'm gonna be honest. Plus, the one for the necromancer, you fucking just won't die when you turn into that thing in like almost all situations. It gives you 30,000 more health, immediately heals you 30,000 health the moment you turn. So like in PvP, if somebody's like trying to beat me up, and I have that available, I could actually trick them, and before I'm about to die, transform into that monster and immediately start attacking them, and I don't have to worry about them killing me anymore. They simply just cannot, and they have to fucking try to get away from me or they're gonna die. But you'd have to have a setup where you're dangerous in order to do that sort of thing. I am actually, I have a really strong PvP setup on my Necro that makes my character do a lot of damage, but I'm a glass cannon. So if you turn a glass cannon into a tank, you're basically just a fucking tank that shoots fucking giant exploding bullets, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like about it. So, I actually PvP on my Necro and I PvE, and all I have to do is just change the gear and change the skills. I don't even have to change the Mundus Stone. That's another thing. Do you have a Mundus Stone yet? Probably going to benefit the most from the one called the Thief. The Shadow is for endgame. And because you just don't have the bonuses to crit chance right now, the Thief, which is the crit chance one, is going to be better than the Shadow, which is crit damage. But later you'll change it to the Shadow. If you don't have it, I could either find one for you or go to a house that actually has all of them. But there's one in each different faction area. One Thief in each faction area. Yes.
No, I could tell you where it is right now, though. Hold on one second. I'll tell you right now. Okay. The locations for the Thief Motherstone is Malleable, Tor, Alikir Desert, and East March. So there is one in Alikir Desert. It's all the way to the right on the bottom. Here, I'm going to show you. I'll send you a picture. Oh, it sucks, man. I'll help you out so you don't have to wait for the queue. Are you just doing a random dungeon? Like, pick random? Yeah, I won't do that to you, though. I'll pick random so you can get the bonus. You know? A smaller one. The big one, which is 10 times more, that's once a day. But then there's a smaller one. It's still good, though, to get it. Plus, you might get a skill point, you know what I mean? I can take you through dungeons. You don't have to do the same one I've been doing. This axe that I'm getting, it's fucking hard to get, man. When you want a specific item in this game, it's like Murphy's Law. This is the only way to get it, is either the final boss or a chest. There's no other way to do it. I wish I could just go straight to the final boss. But you can't skip anything in that dungeon. If you don't kill the mobs, they don't let you fucking use that goddamn thing to shoot yourself to the next platform. It's like locked until you kill the enemies. So they actually force you to just kill everything. However, the dungeon would go really fast if everybody was max level and going with me. Everything would just fucking instantaneously fucking drop as we go through it, and we would basically just run through the whole dungeon. But when you queue in by yourself, you know, you don't usually get. We are, however, I think you might have to give me just a moment to make someone gear. Yeah, let me make this guy gear real quick. He's over here, champion 140, and he's kind of stuck, not getting a lot of experience. It'll be quick. If you know you're about to do like a bunch of dungeons in a row, or someone's going to take you through Skyreach, or you're just going to level yourself at Necropolis, or wherever it is in Alakir Desert. Somewhere where you know the spirits is going to keep coming in. Otherwise, it could be a waste. However, sometimes you get a lot of those 50s, and it's not too big of a deal to pop a 50. But don't pop the 150 or the 100 ones unless you're doing something specific to power level. They call it power leveling. Like Skyreach is a power leveling place. There's like 1,000 monsters in there, and you can do the whole thing in like fucking 8 minutes. And then you just come out, reset it, go back in, do it again. And then you keep doing that till the scroll wears off or the person gets tired. And roll the skeletons, okay? Use ration of everything. Worst nightmare, worst nightmare. You can call me worst. Nightmare is my father. Worst is fine. Worst nightmare, whatever you want. It's not too big of a deal. You can press the button while you're holding it for the next spell, and it will be fully charged. Just don't let go of R2. Then it's doing a fully charged swing. If you let go early at all, without it happening from you hitting a button, then it's going to be considered a medium attack. And a medium attack activates when something says it activates off a heavy attack, but it does not specify that it has to be a fully charged heavy attack. I don't know why they make it so fucking complicated. But medium attacks don't give you back resource, only the full heavy attack. And then it makes you use the fully charged one, yeah. It can be annoying. There's a use for everything, though. What that is, that's the $1,000,000 question. Nice. Eventually you get a trading guild. And, you'll put things up in the trading guild for sale. Yes. We don't have one. We just have a regular store that nobody uses, just so you know. But I personally have 3 trading guilds. Some of them cost money, though. If they have a good location, they usually ask for money per week. So if you're not ready to start putting things up constantly, to have the money coming in, that weekly fee might get in the way of progress, so to speak. What, in the dungeon you're in? I hope you get it. I was thinking about starting to offer money for that fucking axe. Not anymore, it doesn't. He can just fucking bind it to himself and recreate one at Champion 160. I'm sure he does not care anymore. He used to not be able to do that. Yeah, that's the way it used to be. All these changes, man, it's ridiculous. Everything's changing. It's always changing.
For all of these crimes, this one sentences him to the stocks until such time as he shows this one.
Oh. Oh, okay, I like that.
This one has many accounts. This one has...
By the time I'm done crafting this gear, it probably is the time I should be doing my exercise. But it doesn't take me too long to do it. It's just a half hour of really high intensity exercise. It's a VR game that I have, believe it or not. It's called Until You Fall, and you basically do wield blocking and attacking at the same speed you can do it in real life. And if you know a little bit of martial arts, or even seen martial art movies and like to copy it, it is. But I tried every fucking sword game for VR I could, and nothing compares to what this game does for you for exercise. It's just fucking absolutely outstanding. The longer your swipes, the faster you attack, the faster you are at blocking and dodging and moving and all of that, the better the performance in the game. So it physically makes you exert yourself to do good. And that is a great combination for somebody that gets bored of regular exercise like me. That shit bores the shit. Yeah, I can't go jogging and shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. My lower back would go bad and then I wouldn't be able to do it anymore. Alright, upgrade this. Oh, alright.
Hello there.
Um, oh yeah, right. A lot of people changed that one. They say you have to when you PvP for real. But that sounds like they execute. And it is. You want to use it on the enemy that's close to dead, and all the enemies around them get hit for execute damage, even though they're not really in execute mode. Very useful. Yeah, the low one. Always go for the low one. Fucking game just made jewelry disappear that I just fucking crafted. That's some unbelievable shit. Like, you don't even want to believe it when somebody tells you that shit disappears. Because you're like, no, shit doesn't disappear. But guess what? Shit fucking disappears. For no reason. It's not common. I don't know what could have made that happen. I made the jewelry. I didn't have the green to upgrade it. I figured, fuck it. I'll travel to the thing and go get the green materials from the trader. And as soon as I got there and I was ready to upgrade it, it's like, you don't have that jewelry. It's all fucking gone. The necklace and the 2 rings are just gone. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Hello, Vespertine. Welcome. It's Vespertine. Vespertine's been in the guild forever. Damn. Yeah, that's a good piece. That's fun. Fucking jewelry just disappeared on me, Vespertine. I just made jewelry for the guy in the guild, and I went to go buy tournay plating. And when I go to upgrade, it tells me I don't have the jewelry. And it's just not there. It just doesn't exist. No. No, hell no. Wait, what? A separate... No. 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 It wouldn't be equipped. I wouldn't be able to give it to the guy in the guild if I equipped it. It's just white jewelry, that's all. And it just, like... Yeah. No. It's just... Yeah, the fucking character literally dropped it during fucking transport. Well, I'm just gonna remake it, but... It's just weird how yesterday somebody I sent jewelry to, his jewelry disappeared. And we're all telling the guy, probably just sold it on accident. He's like, no, I didn't sell anything, I didn't deconstruct nothing. And we don't want to believe that it's true that he didn't do anything. But look what just fucking happened to me. And how they just took that jewelry away from my character. For no reason, it's just gone off the character. I know, it's crazy. Alright, let's see. I'm getting sidetracked here. I gotta get to my workout. So I gotta make the rest of this gear. You wanna make that jewelry for me while I'm making this? It's separate characters for me. I'll tell you what to make. It's just green. No further. It's only champion 140. Alright. Night Mother? Night Mother Gaze? Trying to remember. Right. I enchanted it and everything, and then she just fucking Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, and for what? For them to tell me stuff happens? They're working on it. It's just, I don't got time for that shit. I gotta live my life. They need to fix their game. I don't need to tell them. I'm not fucking getting paid to beta test. If I open a ticket, it'll just be to bash them verbally. It wouldn't be to get help. I would just be like, you guys are the worst programmers in any fucking video game history I've ever played in my entire life. Every change you've ever made to the game has made the game worse and worse as it went along. And only a new player would be stupid enough to think that the condition of the game now is good compared to when it first came out. And you thrive on that new player money, you fucking cocksuckers. That's what I would say, so I'm not opening a ticket. Stop selling shit in the crown store that's worth 2 gold in the game for fucking 3,000 crowns, you jerk off. They trick new people into, oh, I want to be werewolf, so I'll buy it from the crown store. No! It's free!
No! No werewolf, no vampire purchases ever. How could they put that in there? That's so rude. People give it away for free. You go stand by the shrine for 10 minutes. You get fucking bit for free. How dare they put that in there for that price? Only if you want to. Yeah, but that's a separate thing, right? Right. This is like the actual bite they're selling you. That's fucking ridiculous. They're crazy for even thinking that. Oh, I did the wrong shoulder again. Yeah, there are... I would say stamina leans more towards werewolf, but a vampire can be stamina. But it really is kind of a preference. You don't need either of them in the game at all, and they don't benefit in a way that makes you like. Yeah, I don't know how to explain. It definitely is something you can work with to become great with it, but there's some downsides to it that you don't really have to worry about if you just don't become one of them. You know what I mean? That's not one of them, believe it or not. There's too much for me to say if I were to tell you everything that you can do. You know what I mean? As a vampire, you can turn into a fucking mist, and people can't do hardly any damage to you. You can get away from them, and you can't be crowd controlled or stunned or anything. There's one where you hurt yourself every second, but you become stupid fucking strong instantly, and all the damage you do does massive amounts more damage. You can turn yourself into a giant monster. There's all these different things. They have actually 5 different abilities and an ultimate now in Vampire and Werewolf. Yes. Night Mother's Gaze, Jewelry, Champion 140, and I'll send you 3 Turn A plating right now. Oh, I have that. You need Electrum. Carmen Electrum. Yeah, on all 3. Whatever you need, I'll give you. Just let me know. I got a lot of stuff. What materials are you talking about, and why do you need them? Just to make people care? Yeah. Alright, I sent you that. No problem. And Champion 140. Mail it to the Aquadad guy. Aquadad 85. I gotta do my exercise. Get that shit out of the way. As soon as I come back, though, if you want to do some dungeons with the guild or myself. Yeah,
I gotta do it though. When I say I'm gonna do something, I do it. 365 days of high intensity heart exercise to make myself turn into, you know, Thor, whatever. Yeah, I don't want to do it, and then when I start doing it, then, like, you don't want to stop. Because it's got an addictive property to it. But my arms get so fucking tired. By the time I'm done with my workout, I can't even lift my fucking arms. I couldn't hold the baby. It's not safe. I stream that shit too if you love hearing somebody out of breath. You can see too that the harder I try, the better the results, because I'll be fucking them enemies up. And it puts me out of breath so hard, but when I'm just like, I need to chill out and I can't do that so much, already out of breath, I just don't do that well. It's kind of like real life. When you're fighting in real life, you just kind of like get taxed, and eventually you can't fucking fight anymore. It's crazy. It's like the best VR game ever came out, I think. Let's see. Stamina. Oh, did you enchant it? You want an enchanter? I'll tell you what to make, and they just sent it to him. Alright, the enchant's only level 100, just so you know. And there's only one of two it can be. So look for a champion 100, and make purple, and make all 3 weapon damage. Yes, thank you so much. Sorry about that. I mean, I could theoretically do it right now. I'm in front of the enchanting station, but if you're still on that character... It will say champion 100. Which one is it? Let me see. There's only 2 champion 100s available, just like for 150 and 160. It's champion 100 until they reach 150, and then you can do 150 and 160. It could be, I think it's the one Kura.
Kura, Okori, Rekota. Kura, Kuoko, Rekota. Kude, Deni, Rekota.
Okay. And now the bow. And then he's done. He's sending the enchant separately. I'll explain to him in the chat that he should put the enchants on when they arrive. Just give me a second. In this case, need a bow. Training. Kura, I think. 3 purple weapon damage glyphs. That whole time Winter Noodle used to complain her shit's missing, it really went missing. The whole fucking time. Fucking unbelievable. And you don't even know, like, because you doubt yourself. Did I get rid of it? And you don't even, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous to have items disappear like that. Really throw you for a loop in your head as a responsible adult. You want me to let you in before I leave? I'm just gonna go do an exercise, 30 minutes, something like that. And then I'll be back. Okay. Now I'll come with you instead of you being there by yourself. That kind of sucks. Alright, I shall be back ASAP.